During the running of the bulls, but we didn't go to the event because we couldn't figure out why you would. The people that we know that live there were pitching this really hard, and they said that this event's been going on for over 500 years. And I'm like, what? Really? And they explained it to us. Apparently 540 years ago, a bunch of gay sailors in white suits with red scarves got all fucked up and turned loose the cattle and tried to, I'm paraphrasing. They got all fucked up, tried to get out of the way and couldn't, and it ended up, the town was such a borehole that compared to everything else that was going on there, this seemed like fun, and they kept doing it for 540 years. And like, I still don't want to go. And this year, 2 people died, and they said it was a huge tragedy, but I think before you call something a huge tragedy, I think you need to first determine exactly which 2 people died. Maybe it was 2 people we didn't need. They weren't very bright, I can tell you that for sure. This year, a bunch of Spaniards stood up and said the event should be canceled forever because it's so dangerous. I'm like, it took you 540 fucking years. Hey, fuck that, man. Have 2 a week. We changed the name from the running of the bulls to the thinning of the herd. We'll have the final event at Talladega, call it the dodging of the NASCARs. You ready? Go. Vroom, pop. They're quick, aren't they? You might want to turn your wipers on, Dale. We were in London for 2 days, and I was afraid I hadn't allotted enough time to see London because it's one of my favorite cities with so much tradition and history. And we were going to get a cabbie to take us around and show us the sights, and I thought I probably should have allotted more time. But if you get a cab driver in London that's a Scottish nationalist, which is somebody that believes that Scotland and England should have no ties whatsoever, they go home every night, watch Braveheart and beat off. Mel Gibson's hitting another guy. If you get a Scottish nationalist for a cab driver in London, you can see that city in about 10 minutes. I wouldn't go to Buckingham Palace if they paid me. I changed out my guards just for pussies and what it is. What? Are we going to see Big Ben? I told you to look to the left, you look to the right, I'm getting paid by the mile on the minute. What? Whatever, dude. What's this building? It's your fucking hotel, get out. Well, what are we going to do with the other day and 3/4? Because the food's awful. It is awful, too. They took us to a place called the Fox and the Hound, and I'm pretty sure that's what we were eating. I don't know which one they were serving that night, but I can tell you this, it needed ketchup. And they didn't have any ketchup. I wanted to take my son to see St. Paul's Cathedral, the 2nd largest cathedral in the world, and it was closed because the next day was the Queen's birthday. I'm like, well, this is a church. Jesus doesn't take a day off because this woman aged. What if this were the day I wanted to give my life to Christ? It wasn't. But what if it would have been? I'd have been screwed, that's what. I have no idea what you'd ever get the Queen of England for her birthday. That's got to be a tough old broad to shop for, doesn't it? I bought my wife a breast implant for her birthday, and I've never been a big fan of plastic surgery, but I got to admit, I've had a lot of fun playing with these things. I haven't given them to her yet. I just keep them on my tour bus and just rub them in my face. I'm glad they clean up easy. What? I'm just glad they're not made out of corduroy. That's all I'm saying. I'd have to have them Scotch guarded. I find it a little ironic that the product that I use to keep from ruining my sofa should I spill my drink on it is actually called Scotch Guard. Sometimes things just work out perfect. Yeah, I'm looking for a product that'll protect my sofa should I spill my scotch on it. What do you have? We've got Scotch Guard. Yeah, let's go with that. Do you have Vodka Guard? How about Sperm Guard? It's a busy couch. I found out when I got back from Europe that I was being sued by a paper plant. That's what the lawyers are for. I don't know if you've ever driven by a paper plant, but the byproduct of the manufacture of paper in this country is a stench so foul it will knock you to your ever-loving knees. Crown Paper in Houston, Texas is suing me because I said on stage in Houston, Texas that Crown Paper was making the town stink. Like I let some big cat out of the bag. Oh, we didn't know it stunk till you brought it up, Ron. Come to think of it, it smells like a hard-boiled egg fart in this town. Is that somehow your fault, Mr. White? The reason I brought it up, I'm from Houston, and as a child, I lived literally in the shadow of this paper plant. And as a child, I thought the whole world smelled like that. I didn't know. And the first time my family went on vacation to another city, I was amazed. I was like, what's that delicious smell? Oh, God, that smells like heaven and flowers mixed together. What is it? That's a sewer treatment facility. That's fetid shit. You should bottle that, send it to Houston. People can rub a little under their nose, walk right by that paper plant without throwing up their fucking lunch. And we found a new use for fetid shit. I think we all win. Actually, the reason I brought it up, I'm from Houston. I don't live there anymore, and I was just back in town doing some shows. And one morning I was reading the Houston Chronicle, and there was an article in the paper about that particular paper plant. And it said in the article that depending on which way the wind was blowing, that 2 million people could smell the stench produced by this one paper plant at a time. That is a big odor. If it was music and 2 million people could hear it, they'd make them turn it the fuck off. Because it's a smell, it's okay? No, it's not okay. Find a way to make paper that doesn't stink. It's not like you're trying to make catfish bait out of cabbage, goddammit. You're making paper out of wood. Paper doesn't stink, wood doesn't stink. You're doing something to make it stink. Fucking quit. That's me dancing on my soapbox. I love this country. I consider myself a patriot. I met my first wife during the Vietnam War. She was from this quaint little village outside of Phnom Penh. I can never pronounce that word. Vancouver. It's not true. Funny, but it isn't true. I love this country. I do what I can to support our troops no matter what they've been asked to do. I don't have to agree in advance with the mission to support the young men and women who do my bidding. Last year I went on a UFO tour. UFO. That's good, Ron. I went on a UFO tour, which not a lot of comedians are asked to do. Because the jokes translate so poorly from one planet to the next. These are legal aliens. But oddly enough, they still speak Spanish. I went on a USO tour, and I'll tell you the difference. Earthlings. I was in Germany for 10 days doing shows for troops going into and coming out of Iraq and Afghanistan, and they asked me to go to Iraq, and I was like, fuck you, man. I'm not going to that shithole. I'm 50 and fat. I'll get shot. I couldn't dodge a goddamn donut if you threw it at me. What'd you throw a fucking donut at me for, man? You hit me right in the heart, dude. And then when we filmed Blue Collar 3, we filmed it in Washington, D.C., and the fine folks at the USO asked us to spend the day at Walter Reed Hospital. And if you go to Walter Reed Hospital, you'll see a byproduct of this war nobody likes to talk about, but they should talk about it every day, because the sacrifice these young men and women have made for this country, they can't take back, and they should be applauded and saluted and given the best medical care we can give them for the rest of their lives. And they should not live in abject poverty because they made a sacrifice to the greatest nation on this planet. And if we fail there, we fail everywhere we can fail, folks. To the troops, guys. Cheers. I'll tell you one USO story. We're going from room to room visiting these amazingly brave Americans at Walter Reed. Me, Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall, Larry the Cable Guy. We go to this kid's room, and this kid is mangled. I don't know what they'll ever do for him. The only way he could talk was to hold a finger over a hole in his throat. And he breathed in, and he wouldn't use a lot of words, but what he said was very poignant and very funny. And I was just sitting there admiring him, going, who the fuck is this kid to be this brave, you know? And I carry a man bag, and in the bag are cigars and cigar cutters and lighters and reading glasses and sunglasses and Tampax and my wife's titties and all the things I need to make it through an afternoon. We're about to leave this kid's room, and Foxworthy goes, you know, you're the only person today that didn't make fun of Ron's purse. And this kid goes, pussy. That's the only time I've ever seen Foxworthy snot. He called you a pussy, dude. Or however he talks. I love this country. I don't think this country's perfect, but I don't think any country is. And I think there are ways I could help improve this country, but nobody in Washington will listen to me because of my behavioral problem. There are three ways I think I could improve this country. I could improve the heightened state of awareness system in this country. I could help fund the war in Iraq, and there's an immigration problem. They want to... It looks bigger than it feels.
I had no idea how expensive veneers were, man. They wanted to do 8 teeth on the top and 6 teeth on the bottom, and I was like, well, how much does that cost? He says $27,500. Fuck, how much is dental school? I'll teach my mother how to do it. You're going back to college, Mom. I never went to college. Well, this will be fun for you then. It was a weird week, and I knew it was going to be a weird week because it started off weird. I was going to go to Vegas a day early to do some media, and I wanted to see the show called Love. It's also at the Mirage, Beatles Cirque du Soleil show. Fantastic fucking show. And so I was talking to my wife and I live in Atlanta and Hollywood, and we were out in California. And I said, I'm leaving today at 3:30 to go to Las Vegas, and I have an airplane that you guys bought me. I like it a lot. Half the Fortune 500 companies in America have let go of their private jets. Not Ron White. I'm flying that son of a bitch straight into bankruptcy. I guarantee you one day I'll be living in a double-wide trailer with shag carpet, and I'll have a jet with weeds growing through it. I'll be in the front seat going, push me around some. And I don't come from money. I come from the opposite of money. I come from no money. 10 years ago, I lived in a camper in my friend's backyard. He didn't even know I was there. It wasn't even a nice camper. It was like a homemade pop-up camper. It was like somebody had duct taped a tent to a golf cart. I had a 20-inch Coleman television. Had to pump it up during commercials. You couldn't watch porn on it because nobody's that coordinated. I was broke. I owe the IRS a bunch of money because I don't understand how that works. It's confusing. When I started doing stand-up, they said that made me an independent contractor, and they said I needed to start filing my taxes quarterly, which I thought meant every 25 years. My brain won't wrap itself around shit that complicated, man. My brain does this. That's it. That's all it does. I have attention deficit disorder. I have learning disabilities. I don't have a high school diploma. I'm smart, but you can't prove it on paper. I do have a GED, and if you don't know what GED stands for, you probably got one too. Anyway, I told my wife, I said, I'm leaving today at 3:30 to go to Vegas. My wife's singer-songwriter, composer, Margot Ray is her name, and a brilliantly talented woman. And she says, well, I'm working with a guitar player in the studio till 5 o'clock. You can't wait till 5:30 so I can fly with you. And I said, can you be there at 5:30? And she said, yes, which I knew was a lie, because she's the biggest liar in my life. When it comes to how long it's going to take her to get somewhere, I hear her on the phone all the time just lying through her teeth. We're 2 exits away. Traffic's really heavy. We should be there in 15 minutes. I'm like, you're in the fucking bathtub. We wouldn't be there in 15 minutes if we were where you said we were. But I told her, I said, you get there at 5:30, you can fly with me. But let me tell you something, sugar tits, at 5:31, I am wheels up and I am fucking gone. I said that. Not very loud. But I said it. 5:31 gets there. Is she there? No. Do I leave? No. 6:01 gets there. Is she there? No. Do I leave? No. Why? Because this dick won't suck itself. That's why. It won't. I've asked it to many, many times. In fact, the other day, I sat my dick down, I looked him straight in the eye, and I said, listen, I know I've drug you into some pretty muddy shit in the last 35 years. I need you to get past that, learn how to suck yourself so I can grow a spine and get on my goddamn life. It went in one ear and out the other. My dick has ears. It has an eye, and it has 2 ears, and a double chin. Mr. Potato Dick. The cutest thing you ever saw. I got little outfits I put on them. One of them's a raincoat. Not a condom, a raincoat. A little yellow slicker with that hat. Looks like that fish and chips dude. It's the exact same size as the one on the bottom. That's just an interesting fact. What is it, Ron? An interesting fact. Anyway, so we go see Love and Beatles Cirque du Soleil show. I'm a huge fan of the Beatles, and I just love their music, always have. And Cirque's always fun, and our shows are at the same time, so I'd never been able to see it. And I got 8 people from my camp. My wife's sitting next to me. We have great seats because I work for the Mirage, and everything's perfect except right behind me, these 2 chicks are just jabbering. Not about the show, just jabbering. Just jabber, jabber, can't shut up. Jabber, jabber, won't shut up. Jabber, fucking jabber, jabber. The kind of chicks that can talk around a blowjob. You know that? Well, I told him all day, if you don't fix that goddamn screen door, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna hurt some fucking people. If I come on one more time, that baby got a shitty diaper wrapped around his ass, I'm gonna I'm gonna go to the swap meet and get a dress to wear to Arby's on Sunday. And I turned around and looked. I noticed her husband worked with them. I figured they're at a gun show trying to find a way out of this fucking thing. Well, that's way better. I hear the guy sitting next to him go, hey, could you hold it down? My family's trying to watch the show. And she goes, fuck you, we paid our money. We'll do whatever the hell we want. And I'm just steaming fucking pissed. They're ruining my goddamn night. I can't hear anything but that. I've been waiting for a year to fucking see this show. And I turned around and very politely, Don't start with me. Very politely, I said, lady, talking during live theater as far as social skills goes is like shitting in the street. You better mind your own business. I said, you better quit shitting in the street. He goes, I'll have you thrown out of here. I said, if you don't quit flapping your fucking cock holster. Everybody heard that. Before, it was a little disturbance right behind me. Very few people privy to that one. Then 1,700 people hear me go, if you don't quit flapping your fucking cock holster. This is all at a show called Love, by the way. I had her murdered and buried in the desert. Vegas, baby. Careful who you fuck with. And legend has it, if you go out into the desert and the moon is full and the wind dies down, you can still hear her jabbering. I'm a street shooter. I'm shitting in the street. Did you? What the fuck was that? That's that chick Ron killed. They call this Jabber Gulch. My favorite thing about playing Vegas is I get to play this golf course called Shadow Creek, which is one of the most exclusive golf courses in the world. I worked for them 3 years, didn't even know it existed because they knew if I found out it existed that I'd pester the fuck out of them until they put it in my contract, which is exactly what happened. It's amazing. This golf course is just fucking so tricked out. The first time I walked through the gates, I was like, nobody's stopping me. It's where all the pros play when they're in Vegas. And I was out there this summer, and Tiger Woods was out there just dicking around. I may sign my golf glove. I got to be the most famous person I've ever met. And I know a lot of famous people, but nobody as famous as Tiger fucking Woods. I love Tiger, man. I defended Tiger when all that stuff first came out. When I heard those initial rumors, I felt sick to my goddamn stomach for the guy because I've never been accused of doing anything I didn't do. Not one goddamn time. I did it every single time. Not once could I go, no, that was Glenn Campbell. Hey, a lot of things smell like strippers. And I defended him to my wife. I said, you don't know what this guy's been through. He hit his first famous golf shot on television when he was 2 years old. You don't know what his home life's like. You can't judge the guy because he made one mistake. And he gets called number 13, 14, 15, 16. I started going, God damn, Tiger, come on, buddy. And it got to the point where every time he got caught with another woman, my wife would go like this. What? I don't even know the fucking guy. You act like I was holding his dick the whole time. We watched him make that long apology on television, and afterwards my wife goes, well, do you think a guy like Tiger could quit cheating on his wife? And I said, you bet. Which you know is bullshit, because you know as well as I do, if a guy likes strange, getting him to quit wanting strange is like getting a dog that likes to kill chickens to quit killing chickens. They don't even know what you're talking about. You gotta quit killing chickens. All right, let me see if I got this straight. I can still kill chickens. No, you can't kill chickens anymore. All right? Let's say I'm in a hotel room with the chicken. Let's say the chicken just wants to touch me. Can I kill that chicken? No? My wife told me all women want the same thing. They want to marry somebody who will never have sex with anybody else, no matter what. And I said, well, then maybe you should consider marrying somebody that nobody else wants to fuck. If it means that much to you, don't marry the most famous golfer in the world. Marry the most famous frisbee golfer in the world. Ain't no line to fuck that dude. We had a chat about cheating that day, man. My wife told me, she goes, listen, Ron, let's get this straight. Sex is sex. Period. I said, no, now, wait a minute. Oral sex is not the same as intercourse. She goes, it's the exact same thing. I said, it's not the same price. I heard that on the radio. It all comes down to opportunity, man. Some guys are put into a position where they have to say no to beautiful women, and that is hard to do. And some guys are never put in that position, and that's way fucking easier. I see these big 350-pound guys all the time going, I have never cheated on my wife. I'm like, I bet that was tough. Tiger doesn't get any credit for all that pussy he turned down, and that's the number you're looking for right there. My wife's best friend, her husband cheated on her, and my wife hates Tiger's guts. And I'm like, well, what about that guy? You don't hate that guy. She goes, he did it one time. I said, he had one chance. This guy had sex with 100% of the women he possibly could his entire goddamn life. Tiger was 18 for 82,000. That takes a little goddamn discipline right there. If 82,000 women want to have sex with you and you only fuck 18 of them, that's love. He was in love with that woman. She broke his tiny tiger heart. He lost all those sponsors, which never made sense to me, because this poor fan businessman, I don't know, one guy in America gave a fiddler's fuck what he did. I guarantee you, not one guy in America went, really? Tiger got some straight pussy? I'm dropping AT&T! Not one guy gave a fiddler's fuck. Now, when they were around their wives, they'd act like they gave a fiddler's fuck, get all foghorn, leghorn.